my name's Tallulah and me and my family have been making this film on art. It's been really fun to make and I hope you enjoy watching it whilst you're on lockdown.
Vincent Van Gogh was a painter from Holland, but he lived most of his life in France. His work has had a lasting influence on modern painting, in particular his use of colours and expressive brushwork. However, in his own lifetime, he was not successful and didn't sell a single painting, only becoming famous after his death. Throughout his life, he suffered from mental health issues and died in a hospital. However, many of his paintings were full of exuberant colours and bursting with life. People love his paintings because they make them feel good. When I look at many of his paintings, I feel uplifted and excited. They don't make me think about sadness or illness. Vincent moved to Arles, a town in southern France, with an idea of forming an artist colony. Although this didn't happen, he fell in love with the town and the surrounding countryside, and made over 300 works whilst there. He moved into a house called the Yellow House. This is his painting of the Yellow House. His bedroom was on the first floor, and it's the only one with one shutter closed. Vincent made this painting of his bedroom in the Yellow House. He had furnished the room himself and decorated it with his own paintings. There are 3 versions of the painting, and Vincent included different paintings of his own in each. In a letter to another artist, Gauguin, he explained that the painting had come about as a result of a sickness, which left him bedridden for days, meaning Vincent was confined to his room and couldn't leave. Perhaps we can understand what that's like at the moment. For Vincent, the bright colours were meant to express repose or sleep. He wrote to his brother Theo, saying,
"This time, it simply reproduces my bedroom, but colour must be abundant. Its simplification adding a rank of grandeur to the style applied to the objects, getting to suggest a certain repose or sleep. I have painted the walls pale violet, the ground with checked material, the wooden bed and the chairs yellow like fresh butter, the sheet and the pillows lemon light green, the bedspread scarlet coloured, the window green, the washstand orangey, the basin blue, the doors lilac. And that is all. The square pieces of furniture must express unswerving rest. Also, the portraits on the wall, the mirror, the bottle and some costumes. The colour white has not been applied to the picture, so its frame will be white. I have depicted no type of shade or shadow. I have only applied simple plain colours, like those in crepe paper."
Vincent was also telling Theo that he had deliberately flattened the interior and left out the shadows so that the picture would resemble a Japanese print. The odd angle of the rear wall is not a mistake. The corner really was skewed. This room was not rectangular, but a trapezoid, with an obtuse angle in the left-hand corner of the front wall and an acute angle at the right. However, perspective has not been accurately applied to the painting, but this was a deliberate choice. The door to the right opened up onto the upper floor and the staircase. The door to the left led to the guest bedroom. The window in the front wall looked onto the Place Lamartine and its public gardens. Clearly, Vincent's room did not really look the way he portrayed it. Yet for Vincent, the painting was a symbol of restful relaxation and peace. For me, this painting is full of energy and appears to be loud and popping, giving it the opposite feel. Strangely, the 2 empty chairs both face the hulking, almost empty wooden bed, and the furniture blocks the 2 lilac doors. Paintings on the wall jut into the room as if almost ready to fall off, and the walls themselves are not square. The beveled ceiling and yellow double shutters are abruptly cut off in the cropping of the canvas, and the whole room seems crowded into one area, towards the window at the back. Although Vincent is present in the painting through his own works on the wall, there are no people in the painting, and for me, this adds a slightly weird feel. It's like we are snooping in his room while he is not there. What would happen if he suddenly came back and caught us? Although for Vincent it was simply an empty bedroom with a wooden bed and 2 chairs, for me it is as if the room has a life of its own. Is it a portrait of a room with its own character and identity? The colour of the room are bright and forceful, and to me do not suggest calmness, but are busy and loud. Could this room be like Vincent? Energetic and colourful, but also slightly at odds with the world around him and fundamentally unable to fit into society. Vincent made 3 versions of this painting, easily distinguishable from one another by the pictures on the wall to the right. The first version has reproductions of Vincent's portrait of his friends Eugene Bock and Paul-Eugene Millier. The portrait of Bock is called the poet, and the portrait of Millier is called the lover. In a letter to his brother, Vincent said about the portrait of Bock,
"I should like to paint the portrait of a fellow artist who dreams great dreams. I would like to convey in the picture my appreciation, the love that I have for him. Behind his head, instead of painting the ordinary wall of the shabby apartment, I will paint infinity. I will do a simple background of the richest blue, the most intense blue that I can create, and through this simple combination of the bright head against this rich blue background, I will obtain a mysterious effect, like a star in the depths of an azure sky.
Paul Eugene Millier was one of Vincent's few friends in Arles. He was Vincent's painting and drinking companion. As we can see from this portrait, Millier was a soldier. He was also interested in art and even took drawing lessons from Vincent. For Vincent, Millier also appeared to be a successful lover. Writing to Theo, he explains that he wanted to paint Millier
because he's good-looking, very jaunty, very easygoing in his appearance, and he'd suit me down to the ground for a painting of lovers.
Vincent sent the first copy to his brother, but Theo sent it back so that it could be copied. Both paintings were sent back to Theo. In the second painting, the portrait to the left recalls Vincent's Peasants of Zundert. The one on the right cannot be identified. Later, Vincent decided to redo some of his favourite compositions in smaller size for his mother and sister. This included the bedroom. The first version is in the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, the second in the Art Institute of Chicago, and the third is in the Musée d'Orsay. Vincent's ideal of forming an art colony in Arles came to nothing. The only artist who ever joined him was Gauguin. They quarrelled about everything, and he left after just 2 months. While he was there, Gauguin also stayed in the Yellow House with Vincent. The two artists disagreed to the point of violent arguments on almost every subject, but especially about painting. During one argument, Vincent heard a voice in his ear saying, "Kill him." Rather than obey, he cut off most of the offending ear. For Vincent, the room was meant to represent calmness and quiet, but it didn't always have that effect on everyone.